welcome back to Chasing Trophies. It was the first day of the second test match, and the same story. Devdutt Paddikal absolutely smashing it against Sri Lanka. He was lucky today, he got dropped on 0-1, but after that, he made the most of it. बहुत जबरदस्त batting कर रहा था उन्हें. His cut shots and pull shots were incredible. On the back foot, he's a very strong player, but even on the front foot, when anything was slightly over pitched, he was getting into the drive. His foot movement was really good. The initial trigger that you see, right, it was amazing. And he is in the form of his life. He's averaging over 100 in this test series, and I think India have finally found their number three. I know Sai Sudarshan would have probably been the number three in this series, but sometimes you got to make the most of it, and that's what Padikkal has done. And if he is fit, he will be playing in New Zealand. That's how I look at it. I know it's going to be different conditions. The ball will wobble there. It will be different. He'll have to adjust, but I think right now, based on his form, what he's doing for Indian cricket, I think he can be considered in all formats because you saw the IPL that he had there. He has that acceleration in him. Faiz is joining me as well. Faiz, today another superb knock from Devdutt Paddikal.
Yeah, भाई लेकिन है तो अभी ऐसा लग रहा कि he's become India's number one, number three batsman. Like I think everybody is now fallen in love with him. But for him, the major thing I think would be to stay consistent because जैसा आप बोले न्यूजीलैंड का टूर आएगा अगर खुदा ना खास्ता वहाँ नहीं हुआ तो फिर again he'll be the biggest villain, right? Like that is the problem with Indian cricket and us Indian fans. We just expect now from Devdutt Paddikal, we'll expect him to become like the next run getter for us in that starting 11. And I think जैसा आप बोले भाई बैक फुट पे तो सब है. And I think सबसे ज्यादा अच्छी क्वालिटी उनकी है कि भाई he knows कब एडवांस करना है कब क्रीज में रहना है. बहुत अच्छा कैलकुलेटिव है वो. he doesn't take risk that he can mostly take up on. yes, थोड़ा लकी हो गए उन्होंने, दो चांसेस बैक टू बैक उनको 0 पे और 1 पे ड्रॉप कर दिए थे श्रीलंका, which they'll probably be irritated about. But apart from that, technically तो he's shown us even in a T20 game that technically he's amazing. But in test matches again temperament zone एक बार जो कैच कर लेते कि भाई यही टेम्पलेट खेलना है मेरे को फॉर द नेक्स्ट 20 ओवर्स, ऐसे ही खेलना है तो ऐसे ही खेलेंगे, थोड़ा एग्रेसिव खेलना है तो बहुत अच्छा. मतलब ही नोज एग्जैक्टली कि भाई बॉलर का टेम्पो कब खत्म हो रहा है, कब बॉलर जरा मोमेंटम गेन कर रहा है, तो उस हिसाब से ही orchestrates his innings very well. And again, by 328 runs in 3 innings, like you said, averaging 100. Just like Jaiswal, what we saw in 2024.
Yeah, no, I 100%, man. He's making the most of his opportunity, and that's exactly what you want. He's a very good player of spin as well. And this was a tricky tour. We're looking at right now. India's making it very comfortable. जिस तरीके से उन लोग cricket खेल रहे हैं, toss भी जीत गए, but I think it wasn't that easy. Obviously, I think Sri Lanka are lacking proper high quality spinners, and maybe that is why and also they don't bank on their batsmen like they used to, and that's why maybe they made these kind of pitches. I was kind of surprised they're not making ranked runners. Lekin still India had to go there and do a job. This game is not done yet, but India's in a very comfortable position. KL Rahul and Jaiswal got them off to a start. Obviously, they could have converted it. They didn't. Rishabh Pant got injured. Shubman Gill also got a 50. I think some runs under his belt. That will give him a lot of confidence because chalo theek hai, 100 nahi aaya. Lekin at the same time, you need these kind of runs as a captain just to keep that control, keep that confidence going as well. So he can focus also on the captaincy now. He can rotate his bowlers properly. Utna tension. He doesn't need to keep thinking about his batting. So a 50 could be very important in this kind of situation. But yeah, right now, Padikkal is probably the difference between the two sides. And how do you look at this test match? It should be in India's favor, right, from here.
Yeah, it should be. I mean, अभी 300 हो गए डे पे तो 150 ज्यादा अगर आप बना लिए क्विक सक्सेशन में. कल ऋषभ पंत हैं तो आप वो क्विकनेस एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं. मानव सूतर also decent with the bat. Saran Jain also we have yet to see what he can do, but it's said कि he can bat well. So I think 400 is enough, but knowing India and the safety net that they always go for extra. Obviously, we are Indians like that. We want the more the merrier वाली mentality रहती है अपनी. And अब ये है कि if the pitch starts to getting to talk immediately, then what we did in the first innings against Sri Lanka, top 5 उखाड़ दिए थे. But again, वो है कि भाई we don't want a lingering partnership of Dinusha or Dikwela or whoever is in the middle order. So I think that is something that they will be a little bit more serious about, wiping off that tail or wiping the middle order, lower middle order, and making sure that they can authoritate it more the test match. Now वही है कि भाई weather का एक issue है मुस्तफा भाई कि अगर weather अलाउ कर दिया तो बहुत अच्छा है. बट अब हमको तो शुरुआत से तो डरा रहे हैं कि भाई वेदर नॉट दिस, बट सीरीज के शुरुआत से अब अभी तक तो वेदर होल्ड अप कर चुका है. होपफुली आगे 1 2 3 दिन और चल जाए.
Yeah, that could be very frustrating because मेरे को याद है last match में we were pretty calm about it, but people were panicking around us कि भाई
Yeah.
15 ओवर क्यों खेल लिए, 10 ओवर क्यों खेल लिए, बारिश पड़ने वाली है, ये करने है. Actually, you kind of got saved over there by Manav Sutar in that game. Otherwise वो भी बारिश शुरू हो गई थी वहां पे. लेकिन these kind of things you can't really plan for. You have to try and plan for at least 70 to 80 overs in a match in a day. Sorry, and take it from there. So I think
Yeah.
India, if they play out a session tomorrow, I think a session and a half is enough batting. आप अगर session and a half खेलिए तो आप 400 के ऊपर
Yeah.
तो चले जाएंगे. उसके बाद अगर because there is weather around and stuff, अगर आप bowling शुरू कर दें and pick up 3-4 wickets on day 2 itself, then you're in a very strong position. And yeah, last game also, you remember there were sessions which were washed out, but India still had enough time to bowl Sri Lanka out. So I think they just need to
Yes.
play the natural game, try to score many runs as possible, and then take it from there.
Yeah, 100%. I think, like you said, they just need to time the start of the bowling very adequately. And but मेरे को अभी भी लग रहा है India will bat two sessions. Why? Like India will start their bowling in the third session. पूरों को batting का एक मौका देंगे because they want to bat once maybe. So I just get that feel that India will probably bat two sessions and like last में shut unless the clouds are there from the like the first half, like the first morning session. But yeah, I think like अभी तो फिल वक्त like it is as you mentioned they should bowl at the second innings के ending में maybe call Sri Lanka and start bowling and getting a little bit wickets early on. अब श्रीलंका के लिए how are you looking at this test? Like again they've not won the toss I think and they've put themselves in a difficult position adding to the misfieldings. It's just a lot
Yeah,
of they just look
yeah.
like clueless right now.
आई थिंक उन लोग वो एक तो कैचेस छोड़ दिए यार. इफ दे गॉट पडिक्कल आउट दे कुड हैव स्टिल बीन इन द गेम, बट मेरे हिसाब से श्रीलंका गलत कर दिए पिच का. आई थिंक दे शुड हैव जस्ट मेड इट रैंक टर्नर. मैन, आई अंडरस्टैंड कि उनकी बैटिंग भी खास नहीं है. इट जस्ट ब्रिंग्स देम इनटू द गेम मोड बिकॉज ऑन पेपर इंडिया हैज मच मोर क्वालिटी. इफ यू सी राइट, लाइक इट्स गोना बी डिफिकल्ट ऑन दिस काइंड ऑफ पिचेस. If the toss doesn't go in your favor in particular, it's going to be difficult. And to be honest with you, on this pitch as well, I don't think Sri Lanka would have got enough runs batting first as well. I could be wrong. I mean, they would have had a better chance to win, but you don't want to make it too toss dependent because वो तो आपके हाथ में नहीं है. You just, I think if you just took the toss out of the equation and made it a rank turner, try to get India into the game. I mean, I'm not just saying it now because उन लोग ऐसा खेल रहे. मैं तो सीरीज से पहले ही बोला था, Sri Lanka, if they want to win the series, they got to make it rank turners. And I thought that is why I gave them a chance. And I thought like it'll be a 1-1 this series. Precisely because I thought it's going to be a rank turner, but obviously maybe they don't have enough confidence in their batting, maybe they don't have enough confidence in their spinners. I don't know what it is, but like yeah, it is a bit surprising they've gone there. But like, there's a clear difference between the two sides, and they're still not out of this game. They still, I think, if they want to get anything out of this game or even like a draw, they just have to make sure that new ball see off करे, 3-4 wicket jaldi na de, and फिर उसके बाद because we've seen India struggle with the tail. So Sri Lanka, if they can make 100 for 1, 100 for 2 kind of situation, I think then they can try and salvage something from this game. Otherwise, life will be very difficult. Also, Fez, one last thing is that Kuldeep Yadav was not dropped. He has fever, so that's why he didn't play. So Saransh Jain is now playing. But do you expect him to be in the next series where India is playing the next Test series? I think we're going to New Zealand. Is Kuldeep Yadav going to be in the squad for that, or is that right now are they temporarily not looking at him in the Test scheme of things?
I think personally, we would want him, but knowing how these guys had done it in England, they took him, but I don't know if they will play him. So I think they'll take him for extra options, right? Knowing India and like we just mentioned that we like to be safety more the merrier and different variants, right? Like आपके पास एक right arm off spinner हो जाएगा, आपके पास एक right wrist spinner हो जाएगा, एक left arm spinner हो जाएगा, and batsman extra all rounder Shardul Thakur and whoever and whatnot. So I think वो aspect में मेरे को लग रहा है कि भाई लेके जाएंगे कुलदीप यादव को. आप खिलाते हैं नहीं खिलाते हैं because अभी टेस्ट मैच भी कहाँ है, न्यूजीलैंड के ग्राउंड भी थोड़े छोटे हैं. सो आई डोंट नो हाउ दे विल डील विद दैट. लाइक हम ऑकलैंड में देखते हैं, वेलिंगटन में देखते हैं, दे आर वेरी स्मॉल ग्राउंड. सो आई डोंट थिंक लाइक आई डोंट नो आई स्पिनर को पर्सनली खिलाएंगे, बट लेके तो जाएंगे मेरे को लगता है बिकॉज वेरिएशंस हर चीज होना है, बट खिलाना भी वही है ऑलराउंडर्स को. तो इट्स अ वेरी ट्रिकी way to look
I
at
hope they play him in the one days for sure, because I think over there he can do something, and he's done well in the white ball in New Zealand. I remember back in 2019. Also, he had a good series over there. But yeah, that's it from here. India is in control of this test match, even though they've lost 5 wickets. I think 300 on this wicket is pretty good. But tomorrow, stay tuned. Let's see what happens in that first session. Does India get all out? Do they extend their batting? Do they bat longer? Will Rishabh Pant come out to bat? There's many questions to be answered. So hopefully we'll join you tomorrow for that. Make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribe button. Stay tuned to Chasing Trophies. Thank you, Faz, for joining. Thank you, everybody, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.